Choreb Beruach, Sword of the Spirit. Interpreted and narrated by Wendy. Shemot, Exodus, chapter 39. And from blue and purple and scarlet they made the service garments, to do service in the holy, and they made the separate garments for Aharon, as Yahuwah commanded Moshe. And he made the ephod of fine intertwined linen, of gold, blue, and purple, and scarlet. Also they beat gold into thin plates, and cut wires to work into the blue, and into the purple, and into the scarlet, and in the designed work of the fine linen. They made shoulder pieces for it, to couple it together. It was coupled together by its two edges. And the intricate girdle of the ephod that was upon it was of the same, according to its work, of gold, blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine intertwined linen, as Yahuwah commanded Moshe. Also they worked onyx stones enclosed in gold settings, engraved like signets are engraved, with the names of the children of Yeshariel. Then he put the stones on the shoulders of the ephod for a memorial to the children of Yeshariel, as Yahuwah commanded Moshe. Moreover, he made the breastplate of skilled work, like the work of the ephod, fine intertwined linen, of gold, blue, and purple, and scarlet. It was square. They made the breastplate double. A span was the length of it, and a span was the width of it, doubled. And they set 4 rows of stones in it. A row had a sardius, a topaz, and an emerald. This was the first row. And the second row, a garnet, a sapphire, and a diamond. And the third row, a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst. And the fourth row, a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper, enclosed in gold settings in their mountings. Moreover, the stones were according to the 12 names of the children of Yeshariel. The engravings of the signet were according to their names. Everyone with his name was according to the 12 tribes. And upon the breastplate they made chains at the ends, woven work of pure gold. And they made 2 gold settings and 2 gold rings. Then they put the 2 rings in the 2 ends of the breastplate. And they put the 2 woven chains of gold in the 2 rings on the ends of the breastplate. Then they fastened the 2 ends of the 2 woven chains into the 2 settings, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod before it. Also they made 2 rings of gold and put them on the 2 ends of the breastplate upon its border, which was on the inward side of the ephod. Then they made 2 golden rings, and they put both of them on the underside of the ephod, towards the front of it, near its coupling, above the intricate girdle of the ephod. And they bound the breastplate by its rings to the rings of the ephod with a blue lace, that it might be above the intricate girdle of the ephod, and that the breastplate might not be loosened from the ephod, as Yahuwah commanded Moshe. And he made the robe of the ephod a woven work, all blue. And there was an opening in the midst of the robe, like the opening of a habergeon. There was a band around the opening, so that it would not tear. And upon the hems of the robe they made pomegranates of blue and purple and scarlet intertwined. And they made bells of pure gold, and put the bells between the pomegranates, upon the hem of the robe round about, between the pomegranates. A bell and a pomegranate, a bell and a pomegranate, round about the hem of the robe, for ministering, as Yahuwah commanded Moshe. And they made coats of fine linen, of woven work for Aharon and for his sons, and a turban of fine linen, and headdressings of fine linen, and breeches of fine intertwined linen, and a girdle of fine intertwined linen with needlework in blue and purple and scarlet, as Yehuah commanded Moshe. And they made the gold plate of the Nazir Kudesh of pure gold, and wrote upon it a writing, the engraving of a signet, Kudesh unto Yehuah. And they tied a blue lace to it, to fasten it on high upon the turban, as Yehuah commanded Moshe. Also all the work of the tabernacle of the appointed tent was finished. And the children of Yeshariel did according to all that Yehuah commanded Moshe. Thus they did. And they brought the tabernacle to Moshe, the tent, and all of its furnishings, its toggles, its boards, its bars, and its pillars, and its sockets, and the covering of ram skins, dyed red, and the covering of skins dyed blue, and the veil of the covering, the ark of the testimony, and its staves, and the atonement covering, the table, all its utensils, and the showbread, the pure menorah, its lamps, the lamps to be set in order, and all its utensils, and the oil for light, and the gold altar, and the anointing oil, and the sweet incense, and the hanging for the tabernacle door, the copper altar, and its copper grate, its staves, and all its utensils, the laver, and its base, the hangings of the court, its pillars, and its sockets, and the hangings of the court gate, its cords, and its stakes, and all the utensils of the tabernacle service for the appointed tent, the ministry garments for ministering in the holy, and the separate garments for Aharon the priest, and his sons' garments for ministering. Thus the children of Yeshariel made all the work, according to all that Yehuah commanded Moshe. Then Moshe looked upon all the work, and behold, they did as Yehuah commanded. Thus they did, and Moshe endowed them.